The crimson path will be my guide. So open your innermost mind and see. Feel that beat of the road to survival. Bloom in the dawn, meditation. Carry the spark, stillness, stillness and fire. Spread consciousness. A thousand faces to light the dawn. Rising presage, untamed and salvage. Hurricane faces to face the unknown. Shining lanterns through crimson night into my veins. Verily, I am thousand embers but one flame. Stand, the flowing tide will test my soul. And now the fleeting wind will carve my name upon eternity. Tonight I face the storm within, the shadow fades away. The lantern guides me through the void. So open your innermost mind and see. Feel the presence of hope to survival. Bloom in the dawn, meditation. Carry the spark, stillness and fire. Spread consciousness. A vagrant prayer to light my mind, chasing traces of golden ashes. Infinite prayer to heights of the blind, guiding signal into darkness. Oh, a thousand faces to light the dawn. Rising presage, untamed and salvage. Hurricane faces to face the unknown. Shining lanterns through crimson night until my verily, I am thousand echoes in one verily, I am thousand embers but one flame. Born alone, our eyes wide shut and framed, knowledge as a blade. 49 from meditation set ablaze. Rise the ventricles from mountain peaks, and now the echoes rise to awaken flame within eternity. Today I walk the edge of night, the golden sky will show. The crimson path will be my guide. So open your innermost mind and see. Feel that beat of the road to survival. Bloom in the dawn, meditation. Carry the spark, stillness and fire. Spread consciousness. A thousand faces to light the dawn. Rising presage, untamed and salvage. Hurricane faces to face the unknown. Shining lanterns through crimson night into my veins. Verily, I am thousand embers but one flame. Stand, the flowing tide will test my soul. And now the fleeting wind will carve my name upon eternity. Tonight I face the storm within, the shadow fades away. The lantern guides me through the void. So open your innermost mind and see. Feel the presence of hope to survival. Bloom to eyes of the blind, guiding signal into darkness. Oh, 1,000 faces to write them down, rising precision, demon salvage, hurricane faces to face the light, shining lanterns through crimson night until my there really I am, thousand echoes in my mind. There really I am, thousand embers but one flame.
Drop some sick beats. I didn't think about it.
What is going on, everyone? Good morning. How are y'all? Well, not good morning. Well, it's good afternoon.
Close enough. Close enough.
Close enough. Yeah.
I just woke up an hour ago, so good morning for me.
Not just me. Not just me. It's not just me.
Episode 165 of the South Florida Gamers Podcast. What is going on, everyone? Welcome to our very first guest interview episode of 2026. And of course, this cannot be done without my two co-hosts. Across the table from me, none other than Waluigi and Butter Punch.
Oh snap! I know y'all.
Hey,
I
what's
think,
up,
I
guys?
think I know you guys, but hey, welcome. We're glad to be back. First, Happy New Year's to with our latest guests.
And our latest guest is none other than Johnny.
What's up, everybody? Happy New Year. Merry late Christmas. Excited to be here. Thank you guys for having me.
Not a problem. Thank you for being on.
Thank you for joining.
So, for those that are new to the podcast, of course, I got to get the small little introductions of the podcast out of the way. If you're new to the podcast, of course, you can always watch the video playback on our YouTube channel, and as well as for audio playback, just Google South Florida Gamers Podcast for all of your audio hosting platforms, Spotify, iHeartRadio, wherever we're there. And what else? Thursdays is our gaming news episode where we have numerous topics of our gaming news. We talk about things that's going on within the games industry, games that are coming out, so on and so forth, controversies. That's the best time to be a part of that episode. You could also call in, join us on the podcast in person, and just be a part of the experience.
Hell yeah.
And with that being said, our guest interview today, Johnny, we have a tradition here on the podcast, and that is that whenever we get someone in the studio for the very first time, we always want to ask them what got them started in their gaming journey. Like, what got you to be a gamer? Like, give us your gaming origin story.
Okay. So back in the 1800s, no, I'm just
1800, crazy.
before electricity, I was playing with rocks. Nah.
2 rocks and a stick.
I think like my earliest memory is probably like around when I was like maybe between 3 to 5 years old. Coming to the United States when I was a little baby, my aunt was really big into video games in Honduras. So when we moved over here, and I was around that age, she bought a Super Nintendo.
Ooh.
Right? So I was super excited. I've never seen anything like this before. As a little kid, I was like, oh, what is this? This is all really, really cool. And my first gaming experience was the bundled in game, the Super Mario All-Star game. With Super Mario World.
good,
And
okay.
let me tell you, ever since then, it's been one of my biggest passions ever. I haven't stopped now since I continue to play. But that's like the earliest memory growing up with the Super Nintendo, getting the PS1, not being happy that I got the PS1 because I was a big Nintendo fanboy. My parents gave it to me. They're like, oh, look, this is a really cool new video game console. Why don't you try it out? I'm like, but it's not a Nintendo 64.
Where's my Smash? Where's my Super Mario?
Where's the disc for my Mario at, you know? And then, just continuing. Now I'm on still console, playing on PS5, but mostly playing on my PC. My big game is League of Legends. If anyone knows, I'm a big T1 fan. Shout out Faker, my #1 GOAT.
You're
Trying to be like him. But my range goes from fighting games, huge fighting game fan, shooters, even though I'm terrible at it, really, really bad. God bless my friends for playing with me.
They're the real ones.
MOBAs are like my go-to. League of Legends, like I said, it's for whatever reason, played it since 2013. That is my comfort game. I can play anything, and I'll be like, you know what? I'm gonna take a break from League. I never take a break. I always gotta climb, gotta get that LP. Rhythm games, story-based games. I try to dabble in everything. Horror games, even though I am the biggest chicken, I can't watch horror movies, but for whatever reason, I enjoy horror games. I like the little spook, especially when my wife's with me because she takes all the scares.
Oh, there you go.
She'll be the one. I'm being nervous. I'm the one playing, but she'll be the one jumping. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm good. I'm chilling.
It's like you gotta lock in.
I gotta be the brave one. You know?
Yeah, you're like, oh, cool. That must have been scary, huh?
Oh, don't worry, honey. I got you. I'll protect you. Meanwhile, on the inside, I'm just like, oh.
You're like, oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Like, don't worry, honey, I can pause the game. Not.
Yeah, let's get a water break. Shaking on your way to the kitchen table. Oh.
But yeah, I just play a bit about everything. Mostly on my computer. I have gone back to console gaming now because I'm trying to do a lot of story-based games. Right now, I'm on Expedition 33.
Oh, that's a good one. That's great.
Let me tell you, I was like, okay, I saw the hype. It won all these awards. So I'm like, okay, it's got to be good, right?
Yeah.
And then I tried it, and I'm like, man, this is crazy. The level and the amount of content that you get with this game coming from a small, company, like a little indie company, blew my mind. And it just makes me think, what are these AAA companies doing? Right?
Yeah.
They have all this money, they have all this budget, they have all this manpower, and yet you got beat by this little small company of, what is it, like 30 people at most?
Like 30 something people.
Yeah, and it's just like everything from the artwork, the music, the acting, the writing. It's just like how did you guys pull this off?
Yeah, it's like magic.
And it's a
in bottle.
$40 game.
And it's a $40 game.
$40 game.
People out here charging $80 and they're like, nah, we'll do it for half.
Yeah.
And we'll give you an actual AAA style game.
And we're not saving like half of the other game in a DLC.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, and here's Shadow Drop, free DLC, guys. Enjoy. Free content.
Thanks for supporting us.
They're like, I love how they're just like, we won an award, but here's free DLC anyways. We were gonna give it to you.
Yeah, it's insane. It's insane, but been loving that. I'm playing on the hardest difficulty because one of my boys is like, oh, the normal difficulty is good because you're gonna get the story and everything, but you're gonna beat it quite easily because it's a little on the easier side. But on the harder difficulty, you have to learn how to parry. So I recently got into the Souls-like game. So I'm like, okay, I think I got it. I'm like about 20 to 25 hours in, and I'm like a little under halfway through. And I'm like, okay, no, this game is kicking my ass.
You got to be locked in because I think the window gets smaller as the difficulty increases.
Yeah, but oh my God, I can gush about that game, and then I'll just become that meme where it's like, and the winner is Expedition 33.
You're the winner. Expedition 33 was the whole time.
Yeah, but that game is phenomenal. I also started playing the remake of Metal Gear Solid 3, Metal Gear Solid Delta, and
Yeah.
man, it brought me back to my childhood. I am a big Metal Gear Solid fan. I'm a big Kojima fan. I call him Papa Kojima, man. Like,
Papa Kojima.
that man just makes these mind-bending games, and I don't even know how he does it. He's always like ahead of the time. He's always like he includes politics, and most of the time people don't like to talk about it, but he just makes it so interesting. Like it blends so well, where it's not like he's trying to shove something down your throat. He's just like, look, this is a part of the world. Let me intrigue you into it. And it's just like going back to that game. It's nice. It is so good. It's maybe a little bit of nostalgia, but I just think that like it's a great quality game, and the beautiful part is they really didn't change much. They just updated the graphics, updated the the way that the controls work, but besides that, they kept the same voice actor. I think they kept the same lines. They just probably remastered it and touched it up. The graphics is just phenomenal. Like the way I'm looking at it now is the way I looked at it when it first came out and I played it, where it was mind blowing, and I thought it was like the greatest thing ever that I was looking at. And now I'm like, okay, so this is how gaming is meant to be.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it's a great experience. I've watched a lot of it, but I only played the original, so I'm still waiting to play the Delta myself. But I just heard only great things about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's great.
So many different interactions, from doing the dumbest things, or at least just waiting a few days and then just watching someone die. I'm like, you see everything.
Yeah, like going from the PS2, like Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, I remember playing that on the PS2, and then there was the HD remastered version of the game that was available on PS3, and I remember playing that when I was deployed, and that's when I completed the game, because I haven't completed it on the PS2, but on the PS3 I completed it, and I was just like, I remember just like, I was like deep in the thought. Like the game made you think.
Yeah.
It really made you think, and that's when my love for story-based games started to grow even immensely, because I want to experience more games that offer stuff like that. And Kojima, he nailed it on the head. Granted, I will say that with Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain, we knew that there were some things that were not finished, and that was because of Konami.
Yeah.
Because the drama between Konami and Kojima and whatnot. And and as a gamer, I hate that the fact that we had to go through that and see that happen, because we could have gotten a really good masterpiece with The Phantom Pain, which is still a really good game.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm not doubting that, especially on the base PS4. Like, that game ran very well.
No, dude.
It was beautiful, too.
It was magic for a PS4.
The way I don't know how he managed to put the engine like that, but I would literally just pause and just look out, and I'm like, man, this is like photorealistic.
Yeah.
Like if I would show this to my grandmother and be like, oh, look at this picture that I just took, she'd be like, oh wow, where did you go? Oh no, it's a video game, Grandma.
Yeah, and that's with what? Not even Unreal Engine 4, or not even.
I think it was 4.
Maybe. I remember they said it was the Fox engine.
The Fox engine.
Okay.
Yes.
Had to
I
make
think
sure.
it was
That's
like their own thing. I think.
Yeah, which is even crazier.
Yeah, it's so crazy how they advance in their technology.
Yeah, they started testing it out with Ground Zero. That's
Ground Zero.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
I did
people
know
were
that.
super upset about it because like everyone was like, "Oh my god, it's a new Metal Gear Solid game," and I think it was at the time it was like $40 or $50, and it was like a 2 to 4 hour demo essentially.
It really was.
Yeah. So like people were upset. They were amazed with the quality, but it was just like the quantity was like
Not
okay,
that much.
Come on.
No, yeah, you had the 2-hour story mode, and then like I think it was 6 missions, and then you unlocked 3 more if you finished all of them.
Yeah.
That was, to be honest, that's when I first started playing Metal Gear. I didn't play like any previous iterations up until that point, and I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. Short, but it was kind of cool. And then that's when I got the PS3 out, and I was like, all right, where's this HD collection? And that's where I was.
Well, if you ever can, I think it's expensive now, unfortunately, but if you can ever play Twin Snakes, it's just a remake of the first one on the GameCube. That's how I got into Metal Gear Solid, because I didn't get to play it for the PS1. I got it for the GameCube, and I didn't realize that was the original game, and that blew my mind. And it was different for me because it's a stealth life game, right? So
Right.
I wasn't used to that. No one really introduced me to something like that. So I'm used to like just running around and everything. But then as soon as you get caught, you're immediately getting shot down, and you gotta hide because the alert level's up. And I was like trying to figure everything out. But man, the story and the music, it was just like I was watching a movie. And I was being a part of that movie, which is the great thing. And that's something that Kojima is always talking about. He's always dreamed about making a movie.
Yeah, he's always been a movie buff.
Yes, but he essentially has been doing that. Like all his games feel like it. Especially Death Stranding. I know a lot of people aren't the biggest fans of it, and they're always like walking simulator, Amazon simulator.
Yeah, they definitely are.
Yeah.
But that game is amazing. And Troy Baker, Norman Reedus, if you're a big Walking Dead fan, just like the quality of it. I'm just going to gush about Kojima just because.
Hey, he's the GOAT. He's the GOAT.
This is your episode. You're good.
Yeah.
Like,
We're here to gush with you. We love
that's like
this.
definitely someone I dream to meet, because like I just want to thank him, like just tell him like thank you for what you've done. Like the amount of entertainment that you've brought to me throughout my years of my life has just been phenomenal. Like I can just go around and just telling people how great your games are because you've provided that. Like you put in the effort. That's why like I felt bad for him when he was going through that Konami drama.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, man, like, how are you gonna, like, I understand that you're a big company, right? And you don't necessarily need anyone, but like, how are you gonna do that to the man who's really put in his heart and his soul for you guys, right? Like, he's been faithful. He's been giving you great content. I'm pretty sure he's made them a lot of money.
Yeah, 100%.
Like I've never heard at all like this Metal Gear didn't perform well, we lost a bunch of money. No, it's always like, oh no, it's critically acclaimed. We're so happy with the numbers. We're so happy that we're getting new fans. And it's just like, you know what? We're tired with you. You're not listening to us. We want to take control of everything. So like kind of screw you. And it's just like, whoa. But I let him to create his own studio, which is great, and I think he's doing a phenomenal job. I haven't had the chance to play Death Stranding 2 because I want to finish the first one, but I heard that the second one's even better than the first, which is great. And they dealt with a lot of the complaints that people were having, where it's just like, it was a lot of walking in between the action, where they essentially cut that down. I haven't really experienced it, but that's what people are typically saying, that there's way more, that it drives you in a little bit stronger than the first one. So like I'm super excited to play that one. I'm excited to see what he's gonna do. It's a shame that we never got the Silent Hill.
PT.
Silent Hill remake, PT, yeah.
Which is crazy that you can go buy a PS4 with PT and it's like worth a lot of money.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Over like $2-3 grand.
Yeah, it's insane. A free demo, people who didn't delete it.
Less than 10 minutes.
Yeah, my wife said that she might still have it. So I'm like, you gotta go find your PS4. Let's go on a nice trip.
I think I still have mines. Like I think I could still download mines off of my game library digitally and then just play it. I have to test it and try it.
No, yeah.
That is insane.
I remember I would have some friends over, And I would be like, hey, let's try out this PT demo. It just dropped. I heard it's one of the scariest games. And we're over here like with our blankets freaking the fuck out. Like I still remember. Oh, God forbid you go into the hallway and it turns all red with the eyes on the paintings that they have on the side and they start shaking. I'm like, no, somebody take the controller, bro. I can't do it.
That's how I felt.
Yeah,
I didn't even play it.
I was freaking out. Like I was like, oh no.
That's like one of the scariest demos.
Yeah, it really was.
Yeah.
Like I had to watch it because I was just
watching
that
'cause
afraid.
I couldn't download it.
And I turned on all the lights. I opened the window. I made sure it was still nice and sunny outside. But then seeing that old lady was like, yeah. I'm like, oh no. I was
You're like, no.
Oh my god.
That's some experience.
I can imagine that. But yeah, the new Silent Hill actually looks really good.
Oh, yes. I recently got it for Christmas. That's on my to playlist, but I'm playing Silent Hill 2 remaster
Oh, yeah.
for the first time. And man, that game is good. I get it. I understand the hype. It's creepy. It's not like super scary, but the environment is just like unsettling.
It is unsettling.
Yeah, it's unsettling. It's like you hear weird noises. You're like, whoa, where's that coming from? Like you're constantly just like, oh no.
You're like, I'm not safe here.
Gotta go find all the equipment. Gotta find ammo because man, these creatures, they kick your butt. They'll just beat you up, and then if you don't, it's one of those old school games. You don't save. There's no checkpoints. You go straight to the last save, and you're like, oh man, I spent 30-45 minutes. I didn't save.
My God.
Now I gotta redo it.
That's the thing about modern gaming. They have all these nice checkpoints and like good save points. They don't know the struggle of like,
don't.
No.
Yeah,
if you
autosave
the
is
last thing you
everything.
saved was 30 minutes ago, you better grind that 30 minutes again if you die.
Exactly.
It's like Resident Evil with the ink cartridges.
Oh my God, yeah. I was never brave enough to do it on the hardest difficulty, but like
Nobody ever
on the
is.
hardest difficulty, you have a certain amount of saves, which is crazy. Like I can't even imagine trying to complete that because like man, I'll get stuck and then like, oh, you can't save anymore. Now you got to go from point A to the end. Good luck.
That
The
hurt.
amount of stress of like strategizing just where to save, it just makes that whole experience stressful.
I think the new Requiem has that for at least the second side of the story. That
Really?
I could be wrong.
Oh yeah, there is those two perspectives because you have Leon for like one half of the game, which is more action orientated, which will be third person focused, and then you have the new protagonist that's going to be first person focused.
Or
I think
third
that's
person.
what
It's interchangeable.
you could, yeah, you could change it, but the developers made it where like they prioritize that as the first mode for third person for Leon, first person for the new character. I think the new character is the one with the horror, and they'll have the ink cartridges.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah.
I'm super excited for that game.
Same. We got one more month. The February.
Yeah, February. Yeah.
My
Let's talk
wallet.
about the Capcom like revival. Like they were kings, then they got too comfortable and too cocky.
Yeah.
And there was just throwing out like too much garbage, and then all of a sudden they're like, all right, let's step back, and then they brought it back. Like
Yeah,
they
I remember the timeline of like when Capcom was, rising up, then they fell down, and then they just, came back up again. I think this happened during the PS3 era because this
the
was where
2010s.
where Capcom was going on the decline. And this was also where the PS3 and the Xbox 360 were also going into the next generation. So Capcom was on that decline. And because some of their games, especially if you played Street Fighter Cross Tekken, that big controversy of there's DLC characters that were already on the disc.
yeah,
Yeah,
I forgot about that. That's right.
Yeah, that pissed off a lot of people within the FGC. The fact that you can act. These characters are on the game disc already. You just have to pay to unlock them, and it pissed off a lot of people because it's just like, bro, I already paid for the game already.
It's
Like,
what's the point?
Yeah.
And it's on the disc. Like, it's on the product that I bought. Like, why are you locking it from me? Like, the greed was just too real.
Yeah,
Oh, gosh, yeah.
and then of course they had like 2 Resident Evil games that really didn't do well.
Which one?
6.
Oh yeah.
And the other one, I think,
Don't shoot me, but I actually
think-
like 6.
I think Operation Raccoon City.
That was
Yes.
fun. but I loved it for what it was.
I loved it. Oh my god! But I loved 6. I know it wasn't a great game, especially
It's like
for what they
story-wise
got.
was good, but if you're playing every single character in that game, you're seeing the same thing.
The same thing. Well, I mean, I guess in their
different
defense was like, yeah, it's a different perspective. So it kind of differentiated because you're like, oh, this is what this person experienced, and this person took a right, so this is what they saw instead, right? But I think they just focused too much on the action. And I feel like that's what people were complaining about because, you know, you're a horror-based franchise. But now I feel like I'm a superhero. Especially with Wesker's son. You felt like you were playing a superhero in a zombie game.
Yeah. Leon's was my favorite because that's when you still had the zombies and all those monsters.
It was a good balance because it was action and horror.
Yeah. So you had a lot of that.
Redfield stand, no matter what.
Yeah.
You like punching boulders.
I was a Resident Evil 5 fan. That's also why.
Oh, I mean, Resident Evil
I'm a 5 fan too.
Yeah, no, 5 was fantastic. The marketing was really good. I remember when they provided the demo. The demo was like, I think the demo did a better job because it made it feel horror. Like it made it feel like it was gonna be a scary game,
and even though
with just a little bit more action. But I remember the scene where I think you're in the town, and then all of a sudden you just hear the chainsaw. And you're like, oh god, here we go again.
Yeah, you're like,
and then it's like all creepy, and he like chainsaws the gate open, and he's like chasing you down. And it gave me the feeling of like when you were being chased by Nemesis or Mr. X from 2 and 3. So it's like, oh, okay, so we're gonna get this type of game. But no, it was more action based. But I think what I loved about it so much was the co-op aspect.
Yes, I was gonna mention that.
Yeah, the co-op was phenomenal.
You can do either online or offline.
Yeah, I did it offline with my sister. Like that's one of the games that like me and my sister, no matter how many times we beat it, it's like, yeah, let's go play some Resident Evil 5. You know, we got nothing to do. Let's go play. And it was just like a great time. I could repeating it, but it was just really well made. Like you would just always have fun. And
I love Mercenaries.
Oh, Mercenaries.
Like that was the best
crazy.
Mercenaries in my opinion.
Did 4 have Mercenaries?
Yes.
4 did have mercenaries.
They had
You had to unlock it.
Wesker, Barry.
Yes. I think that one was maybe my favorite. I didn't try it in the newer ones.
I'm not really missing much.
But 7 was good. 7 was. I think that's when Capcom started to make the change, right? Where
Capcom was slowly getting on the rise of, okay, you know what, we screwed up bad during the last generation or towards the end of the last generation, and then with the new generation, the PS4, Xbox One, they started to slowly pick that up. And their games was one of them being Street Fighter 5. Well, Street Fighter 5 when it came out, it was bare bones, and it was bare bones and it was not available on the Xbox platform. Reason being is because PlayStation helped funded the development of Street Fighter V at that time. And what really gave Capcom their success, like their momentum back up, was games like Monster Hunter World, on the PS4.
Pretty good.
And then, of course, Resident Evil 7. I remember those two were the biggest ones to really make that trajectory go right back up. And then, of course, Devil May Cry 5.
Oh,
yeah, Devil May Cry 5.
Devil May Cry. I didn't start with the originals. I remember I started with 4 because I got.
Oh, me too.
Nice. So like I got my 360. I think it was for Christmas. Oh, sweetest thing ever. It was at the time my family was going through a little bit of a financial struggle, and that year my mom was like, "Oh, what do you want for Christmas?" And I have a younger brother, and he was probably like 4, 5 years old, maybe a little older at the time. And I was like, look, I know it's a little tough right now. Focus on getting my brother some Christmas gifts. What I want is a little expensive. It's okay. She's like, no. Just tell me if we can't, then I'll let you know that we can't. But I just want to know. And then I told her, I want an Xbox 360. At the time it was new, so it was on the pricier side. And she made it happen. My dad, my grandma, my aunt, like the whole family pitched in to get me this gift.
Oh, nice.
And it's like my favorite Christmas gift ever just because of the sentimental value. Because it really, at the time I was probably like a mid-teenager, so maybe 15, 14 years old. Right. So, you still have the Christmas magic.
Yeah.
But, you don't feel it like when you were a little kid where you were super excited about it, right?
Right, yeah.
But I remember opening up the gift because I didn't expect anything, right? And rightfully so. Like, as I told her, I want you to make my little brother's Christmas special, right? Focus on that. And when she gave me that, like, I teared up because I was like, man, like, you really didn't have to, but you guys love me this much that you bought me this. And then my dad took me to GameStop because we didn't have any of the games, and that's one of the first games that I bought. And whoa, man, Devil May Cry 4.
Yes.
Whoa.
That's an experience.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, so not knowing anything, you know, playing as Neo, loving the character, thinking that he was such a badass, one of the coolest character ever, and then I get introduced to Dante. And I'm like, okay, never mind. Forget this Neo guy. This guy right here.
Hero, yeah.
And you fight him in the first like part of the game. You're
Yeah.
like, I don't know who this guy is, but I'm gonna cook him.
Yeah, I'm gonna cook it, bro. This villain buzz.
I'm like, who's this asshole?
Out here murdering people. And then he's like the funniest, chillest guy ever. He's like your bro. And it's just like, okay, I can see why this franchise is so popular. And then I love how, like, it's an extended story, right? You start with Nero, and then you do Dante, and then you kind of backtrack. And I wasn't a big fan of backtracking, but because it was a new character, it just felt kind of fresh. Like, I feel like Capcom made it so it didn't feel so repetitive.
Right, yeah.
Which I think that was a strong point for that game. And then, oh man, after beating that, I was like, man, there's no other new game coming out. And then when they announced 5,
Oh yeah.
I was following it. Everything. And like, to the little teasers, to the trailer, when they included the song, was it Devil Trigger? Oh my God, I had that song on repeat. I was playing it, and my little Honda Accord. Just like going to work, going to school, like, I gotta listen to this song. I'm hyping myself up for this new game. And I think they crushed it. And it was so cool. Like years later, after the fact, the first boss, I didn't realize that you can actually beat him. I thought it was one of those unbeatable bosses.
Oh, yeah.
But no, you can beat him, and then if you beat him, the game is done.
You're like,
Yeah, the
yeah.
game ends.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get
It's
a
so
little
funny.
title screen and everything. It's like, oh, okay, cool, game is done. But oh man, the graphics, like, something that I love about gaming, and I feel like maybe isn't really talked about too much, is music.
Yes.
I feel like music in video games, man, can make or break your games. Like, it will, you know, if something emotional is happening and then you play the right tune, you know, it'll get people.
You'll hit everybody.
You'll hit everyone. You'll hit like people who aren't really lit. They're like, oh, what is that beautiful piece of music that you're listening to? Right? They think that you're listening to some like orchestra, and you're like, no, it's just my game.
No, yeah. You're like, oh, this is just Expedition 33.
Yeah, like Expedition. No, one of my favorite soundtracks ever is Undertale. Undertale is my favorite video game of all time.
Toby Fox.
Oh, Mr. Fox. Like,
It's crazy.
the fact that game was made by one man.
Using Windows 7. Mind you.
Windows 7.
Who did everything, the pixel work, the music, the writing. And it's a 5-hour game, but it's more than 5 hours because, you know, there's 3 different endings. There's the pacifist, there's the regular run, and then there's the genocide run. But man, Undertale, like, really, really surprised me. I think that's like one of the really big indie games that kind of changed my perspective of gaming. You know, I would play indie games with the 360. They had the arcades and everything.
Yeah.
It felt like little arcade games, right?
Yeah.
But like Undertale, because I played it in the year it came out, it showed me like, oh no, these are like competitors. These are people who have passion. They just don't have the money to, you know, have these giant studios, but they have the love.
Yeah.
Right. And it was just like, I was so captivated because it was one of those games. There's no voice acting.
Nope.
Right.
No, yeah,
it's all text based. And most you get is the little different sound effects that each character has. But like, I was like really, really, really intrigued. The music just made me want to keep playing. The battle system was so cool. It's like it's a turn-based, but it's not a turn-based because it's also like a bullet hell, and it was like a nice little blend, and it hooked me. It hooked me because like I was just like, oh man, I can't stop playing Undertale. I just gotta go back and play Undertale. And then I was like, oh, I wonder if it's just me. But no, Undertale had like such a huge fan base.
Huge fan base,
Like
yeah.
it's insane. Where it's just like there's the fans, then there's the fan base games, then there's the fan base comics, and there's the fan base lore. And it's just like you can go on YouTube and you can find like hundreds of hours of worth of content off of stuff that people are just making, because like Toby Fox was just able to create this lovable little wacky kooky world with all these cool little characters. And I remember when he got announced, when Sans the costume got announced for Smash, I got hyped.
People lost their mind.
Everyone lost their mind. They're like, yo, shut up and take my money.
Oh yeah.
100%.
And I know you guys are huge fighting game fans.
Unfortunately.
Gave it away.
No, I love fighting games. Not too good at it. I'm like a super casual player, but do I love fighting games. And it's so funny, like the way I got into it. So my dad was into gaming when growing up, and he was really into Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter. So we were playing Street Fighter 2 Turbo and Mortal Kombat, but my dad wasn't I'm gonna let my little son win, right? He would kick my ass.
He said you're gonna learn today.
He would kick my ass.
Real
And like he wouldn't care if I would cry. I would go to my mom, Dad doesn't let me win. And my mom's like, let him win. He's like, no. If he wants to win, he's gotta earn it.
He's gotta earn it.
And that's what drove the passion for me, where like I got pretty decent at it. And then later on in the year for Street Fighter 5, after all the mess was happening, I go to the living room, I pull out my fight stick, and I'm like, Dad, it's time.
You gotta sit down right now.
All these years, all this pent up rage.
I'm about to sure you can.
No, and then I kicked his butt. But granted, he hasn't really been gaming too much at the time. And then, bro, he's such a good sport, because like the whole time he's just cracking jokes, and he's like, "Man, you're just cheating because you got that arcade stick. I don't know what kind of cheat codes you're using, but that's the only reason you're winning."
Man didn't even know turbo mode existed.
What's that turbo mode you got on there?
But man, like Street Fighter, Tekken, I was introduced around 2016, I think.
Oh, so
Tekken Tag Tournament 2.
Oh, that
That is a banger.
Yeah, I went to my friend's house, and he goes, "Oh, I know you like playing fighting games. Try this out." I wasn't really, the most that I ever played on a 3D fighter was Soul Calibur 2.
Real.
Good game.
But like he was like, "Oh, try this out," and I was getting my butt kicked. But I love it. I love it because I feel like when you're losing, you know, you're motivated more to learn, right? Because if you're just constantly winning, you get comfortable, right? And then you're like, "Oh, I don't need to do anything. I'm good. I'm the best," right? But it was like, man, this game is a lot of fun. And then Tekken 7 was starting to come out, and then that's the first year Tekken 7 came out, and then that's the first year I went to CEO. And CEO changed my life. That was like my first big major esport event too. And I was like, oh man, gaming isn't just, you know, friends hanging out or friends playing online. It's like a huge community. There's so much passion. It felt like I was at a sporting event. Like when I was watching finals, I was watching Tekken finals, and I was getting hype, and people were screaming and people were clapping, and I was like, man, like people are really getting into this. And it welcomed me. That's why I love the FGC community, because it was like, you know, typically I was a very shy, nerdy kid growing up. So like my passions, I would kind of bottle it up. But with the FGC, man, like people were just saying, "Oh, let's go. Let's have fun. Like, let's do it." Like and they're passionate, screaming, fighter poke chop, doing money matches, and JDCR is gonna win. I got $10 on him. Who wants to bet with me?
And that's a real thing we see usually.
We still see that with side bets over there. Like, I got $10 right now. Who trying to bet?
Yeah, and then like, so the first year I went, it was CEO 2017, and that's when they were still in the Orlando facility.
Oh, rest in peace.
And then they announced that they were moving to Daytona, and I went the next year, and then it was even cooler because they had the little small arena.
Oh,
And it's like one of my favorite memories because I think it was Anakin was the only American player left with a bunch of Koreans. Oh, right?
Oh, yeah.
So, and bro, the whole stadium was just popping off. Where it was like, yeah, everyone was just yelling, USA, USA.
That is the most American I've ever felt.
I felt so patriotic. I was like, yeah, let's go America. Kick Korea's ass.
You got the flags around. You got the vest. You got the
Like,
flag.
it's not even offensive. It's just super funny that you
Yeah,
realize.
it's super funny. Like, and it was just like, man, this is an esports event. This is what it's about, right? Like the crowd, the hype.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you know, putting yourself behind a player and essentially he's Goku and you're sending him his energy. Like,
Exactly, yeah.
Push. You gotta make it. You gotta make it. And it was just like, man, that was like one of the coolest experiences that I've ever got to have, and it was thanks to the FGC. And it's just like, man, like I love that community. Like that community is always gonna have my heart. Like I got to meet really cool people, made some friends. I got to meet a wrestler that I didn't know who was a wrestler at the time.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh, word?
Yeah. So I used to be into, little side note, I used to be into wrestling, then I wasn't.
Nice.
Then we met this, my homeboy was like, oh, that's Kenny Omega. And I didn't know who he was, right? So he goes to take a picture with him, and I'm like, oh, he's cool. Let me go take a picture with him too.
Yeah.
And then years later, I'm like, oh, no, that's a really cool wrestler. And he's huge in the scene. And he's like really good friends with Jabali. I got to meet Jabali, one of the coolest people ever, one of the nicest people with his trolling and everything.
Yep.
I got him to fight my fight stick. It was, oh man, it's like one of the greatest adventures that I ever got to experience was going to CEO. And I'm excited to go back this year. Me and my wife are planning to go. I took her 2 years ago. And it was her first time in these kind of big events. You know, my wife is a bit of a gamer, more casual than anything. But it was hilarious. She was getting into it. Like, she never really played Tekken or anything. We were watching Tekken Finals. She was like standing up, and she was like, "Oh,
Like, you just start
oh."
popping out.
She's like, oh, that's kind of hard. I gotta get into this too.
Like, when you show someone a fighting game, you know how easily they get invested?
Yeah, no, she was like super invested. Like, she looked like she was a fan for years. She was like screaming players' name, and she was like, "Oh, boo, you suck! Ah, they're gonna get you. Don't you to keep talking trash."
Oh my god. Yeah.
Singing, like sitting next to the ringside. That's like another thing that I love about CEO and Jabali is like, since I'm a wrestling fan, he brings the wrestling ring or like, you know, the ring to where the competitors fight. So it feels like a fighting event, right? Like if you're going to the UFC or to a boxing match, and it just makes it so much cooler. People get their entrances with their music. Like, oh man, like I'm so excited to go this year. Hopefully,
You're gonna love the new venue.
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
the
being
new
in the wrestling
spot.
ring was so funny. Yeah, when I was in the wrestling ring as the first match for City, I'm like, well, I can't lose or I'll look bad. And I ended up just being lucky. Then getting yelled at by this man over here is like, you forgot.
I'm like, if you don't wake up deep people, I swear to
And I didn't wake up TV.
But to be fair, it's like Mike Tyson. I think it was Mike Tyson. Everyone has a plan until they get punched in the face, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like the nerves,
100%.
like that's crazy that you were like when you told me. And I remember watching you. Like when you told me that you made it up there, I'm like, man, that's so cool.
I'm like, I don't even know how it happened. I'm just like, first match of the day, win by a throw. I'm like, okay, I can live with this now.
Yeah, because it's like it's a whole different vibe when you start getting to the competitive level. Because like my main fighting game, because I consider it a fighting game, I know it's a lot of people don't, is Smash, right?
Right.
It's still,
Respect.
it's still a fighting game.
Yeah. So like in my friend group, I was the best. Right, I was the best one. No one really likes to play with me. Like a quick little story. Like, okay, so I'm very passionate about Smash, and I really, really love it. Right, and then Smash 4 was the one I think that I put the most hour into. Right, so I feel like that's the one that I got the most decent at the time. Right, and I was playing with my best friend Jesse at the time, and we go over to my friend's house. We're playing. I'm like tossing him around, and then on the last stock, I spiked him. And not only did I spike him, I get off my chair, I pop up like if I just won Worlds. If I won the World Finals. And I'm like, oh, you're right.
I see this.
And oh my God, my boy went into a villain arc. My boy was like, I'm not going to play with you for a while. He practiced, and he got good. He came back swinging hard. He came back, and he's like, let me show you why you shouldn't mess with me. And I'm like, oh, damn. I created a monster.
Some people just play out of spite.
Yeah.
That
Spite is the biggest motivator.
Oh my god, like we're both victims of spite, and at the same time we're successors.
And then, so like, I always thought, no, I'm not gonna lie, I thought I was hot. And then I went to my first locals, and boy, did I get humbled. I'm in there, and I'm like, it was, I don't know if you guys know Arcade Odyssey. It's like in South Florida.
Yeah.
In Miami, excuse me. Yeah, Kendall. Far. At the time, I was living in Miami. It was still far, but it wasn't too far.
Right.
So I go, I'm nervous because, you know, it's my first competitive ever. And boy, I'm like, oh, the person picks Kirby. I'm like, not even top tier. I'm a Captain Falcon main. I don't even play top tier. I'm like, not even top tier. I got this in the bag. Oh, was I wrong? I almost got 3 stocked and I had to freaking lock in to not get embarrassed. But man, did I have fun. I was like, okay, this is different. This is good. This level of competitiveness is good. Like, I feel like I have been slacking, haven't really been to my locals, and I'm still trying to find like a good locals here. But I know Guildhall has it, and I've been here a couple of times, and it's really, really good. Humbled me again, but this time I came prepared. I didn't think I was the hottest thing in the block.
Right.
But it's just like, man, like the passion. I love the passion, and I love the niceness, because like, you know, you get your butt kicked, and the person's like, "Oh man, you did good," you know. And here, you should try this. Try this out. You know, you left yourself open here. Don't do that. And you know, and they help you out. And I was like, oh wow, man, this is really cool. No one's out here thinking like, oh, I'm only here to be the best, and don't even talk to me. I'm better than you. Right? It's just
It's a different environment.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a super welcoming environment, but it's because you guys want more people into the community.
We do.
And I love it. I love it because that's how you attract people, right? You don't want them to feel shunned. You don't want them to be like, oh no, I have to be here, right? I have to be here in order to even have a chance to compete with you guys. Right, because like I've seen people who are just getting into the game, and then everyone's super kind to them, like, oh, hey, look, you know, I know you're starting, you're doing good, just keep going, keep practicing, just come back, right? Come back. That's what you guys want. Just come back. And it's, man, the SGC community, some of my favorite people, honestly.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I agree.
Yeah, usually we have people that like we know each other for well enough, and they're like, okay, niceness act, you're playing like ass. Here's how you fix this.
Yeah, you give them the niceness like the first
After a while.
first 2 iterations, 3 like interactions. After the 3rd time, I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna be real with you. Stop fucking waking up DP, bro. Like, I'm safe jumping you. There's a reason why it misses every single time. And then that's just one point until it leads to another. And they're like, oh, I didn't know that. I'm like, no. You're going to know today. You're going to know today.
And it's not even out of rudeness. It's out of love.
It's a tough love.
Fighting games are like the only games where like I can go 0-30, like, and I'm like, nope, running back. Me and my friend Michael, like, we'll go to his house. Like, there was a period of time where I was just every Saturday I was at his house. We'd be playing Tekken 7, and it was like 4 or 5 hours straight, nonstop, just running back. I keep going, and I was having the time of my life. I was losing, but I was having the time of my life. I was having so much fun, and it's just like, man, Tekken just. Whew, you knocked it out of the park with this one.
Yeah.
Shame what happened with Tekken 8, but I think they're recuperating. No?
Yeah, slowly but surely.
That's the nicest way we can say it. I don't think there's a better way. Slowly.
Well, I mean, at least they're still an evil. Look what happened with Mortal Kombat.
Okay.
It's over.
You're right.
They even brought back Smash.
Oh yeah, that's true. Oh yeah, and Rivals of Aether too.
Yeah.
Rivals, let these indie guys cook y'all. Come on.
Like no one's safe.
No.
What do you think it is, though? Do you think it's the lack of support, or
For what? No Smash.
no, Mortal Kombat? Because Mortal Kombat's always been like a staple in evil.
I think,
Bro.
I think a lot of people are just not like the numbers are not. The numbers are not like helping it. Like it's been like really, really low. I think the last one for last year was about 600, 600 to 500, and that's low for a Mortal Kombat game because Mortal Kombat Evil usually do like close to 1,000 or close to 1,000.
CEO had like 40 people, I think 40 or 60 people.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a side game basically now.
But I think I guess they shifted their focus now because I think they're working on Injustice 3.
That's what
I
we
heard.
hope so.
I heard. It's rumored, I guess.
It's rumored, but we don't know.
I mean, I hope they are. I hope if Netflix ends up buying them or whoever ends up buying Warner Brothers, they still make it, because like Injustice is such a cool game.
It's a cool game.
It was ahead of its time.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
It really was.
It was ahead of its time. I feel like they tried it out with Mortal Kombat versus DC, right, to give a taste of it. But you're not a fan.
Mortal Kombat. No, I was not a fan. I hated that game so much. It was so bad. Like, I went right back to playing Armageddon. That game is ass.
Armageddon.
It's like, you can't, like, I like the concept, but it's like, bro, the game is ass. And the game prior to that is also ass. But I'd rather play the game prior because it still felt like a Mortal Kombat game. But like, I was trying to see the vision that they were trying to go with. I'm just like, I'm not rocking with this. No. But after MK versus DC, after that, we had finally, like, they left the 3D era, went back to the 2D era with MK9, and that boosted MK the MK community.
Talk about a revival.
Yeah,
man.
that was a revival.
MK9.
We needed that.
No, and at the time, I remember everyone was mind blown with the graphics for Mortal
Yes.
Kombat.
Oh, yeah.
With the X-rays too, that was like the coolest thing ever. Like getting punched in the face and then it's zooming in and then you see the person's skull break. I remember like my high school brain was like, whoa,
It's like, they
this
can
is
do this in
sick.
games.
Oh yeah, I remember that coming out with the trailer, and I was like, "Yeah, that's the game we're getting, guys."
You know, I was
Yeah.
worried though. I was scared because like Mortal Kombat has always had the controversy of being too violent.
Yes.
Especially in the 90s, like when it was being in the arcade, the news like, oh, it's gonna destroy America, it's gonna destroy the youth because it's too violent.
Yeah.
Right. And I was worried about that because this game was violent.
Oh,
Yeah.
This game was violent. But no, like luckily there was, to my knowledge at least, there was no bad press for it. There was just so much love for MK.
Oh, yeah,
for
there
MK9.
was, yeah.
And then with the DLC characters, and then I think the PlayStation got the Kratos exclusive,
Yep.
which was
Oh, yeah.
so cool. I didn't
so
get to
fun.
I didn't get to play it because I didn't have a PS3 at the time. I
Kratos
had a
was
360.
tournament banned because he was broken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was tournament banned.
He was tournament banned because he was broken.
But I love how the conditions were for Mortal Kombat. It's like, oh yeah, you guys can't humiliate him in certain fatalities. He just has to die.
Oh, Kratos?
Yeah.
He had the Vin Diesel treatment.
Pretty much. Pretty much. But then you can humiliate him in his own game, which is super funny.
Oh, and then MK10.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah,
that
that's a
trailer-
fire one.
MK10 has one of my favorite trailers ever with Chop
Yes.
Suey.
Yes.
Oh my God, I still watch it to this day. I'll go on YouTube, pop it on.
That is definitely one of my most played Mortal Kombat games of all time.
No, MK11 was my most played, but I just love that that hip hop version with Scorpion versus Sub-Zero.
Oh yeah, that trailer, I
no,
really
with
like
21.
that.
21 Savage. I think.
no, I'm talking about FKX. There's another trailer.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying I think the person who made the song wasn't it?
I thought Wiz Khalifa did MKX.
Oh, it was Wiz Khalifa. I'm thinking of MK11.
Yeah, that was also cool too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That scene, I watch it once every few years. I'm like, damn, we really have peak. And then they destroyed it, like everything else.
Yeah, man. It's a shame. And as a Mortal Kombat fan, I'm like, y'all lost y'all ways. Like, and we all saw the decline with MK11.
Mm-hmm.
We started to see that decline, like especially when it came to the story. We started to see that decline. It was like, all right, we'll see what happens with the next Mortal Kombat game, because now story-wise they're going off of, all right, you know what, this is gonna be Liu Kang's era because now he's the new Elder God. So we'll see how that goes. They end up rebooting the entire thing. Worst decision ever. And yeah, and then they just
I think it could have been cool if they knew how to write it.
Yeah.
Right? Their job.
Yeah.
Their job.
And then of course, you know, the introduction of the cameo system, which you know, all of us, we were open to, and it was fun, but then we started getting tired of it because it was just like, bro, people are getting carried by fucking
High-low mix. That's
Yeah.
Was it to
unblockable.
like renovate the game? Do you think it was to give it like a fresh taste? Was it to compete with like 2v2s?
It was because they couldn't put out anything else but another Mortal Kombat, and they didn't want to do the same thing.
Nope.
And I'm tired of them. I'm tired of them, bro.
Because-
Why the fuck are you doing that?
It's so strange because like I remember they were saying that MK1 was supposed to be like the long Mortal Kombat, that they were gonna keep this game alive for a long time.
yeah.
I don't trust what they say anymore. That's all lies. It's all lies.
And that's the truth. It is all lies no matter what they do, because they did variations in only 2 games, and that's it. They're like MK1, no variations, but hey, you can use a cameo to make your own variation.
Exactly.
That's what sucked.
Yeah, I know a lot of people were complaining about that. I didn't really play too much MK1. I did the story. I enjoyed the story, but another round they do at least decent. It wasn't garbage. So at worst they do a decent job, but I didn't have the interest like I did with 11 and 10. 10 I was like, oh, I'm gonna play online. I'm gonna just keep getting my butt whipped, but I'm gonna keep playing it because this game is just really, really cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I think they need to do some kind of revival. Hopefully, Injustice 3 is better. They can't fumble it because it has my main man, Batman. Batman's my goat.
We're gonna fumble it. Ben
I'm
Affleck.
super biased. That's
Super
why.
biased.
That's why I enjoyed Mortal Kombat versus DC because it had Batman. It was only
Right.
biased. It wasn't because the game was any good.
Not the
He's like, I'm
heroic
gonna let
brutality.
everybody know now.
Because I think it was like fresh after Arkham Asylum, right? Or was it before?
I'd have to check.
Because I think Arkham Asylum was like in 2009. When did DC versus?
10 or 12, I think.
Because it was after 9. Before 9? MK9?
This was before MK9.
No, MK9 came
Oh,
out
no.
in
11.
Because
2011.
Yeah.
MK versus DC was under Midway Games.
Yeah, so it was before. It was definitely before.
Don't mind us being history nerds. It's part of our job. Anyways, but
But like,
MK versus DC came out in November 16, 2008.
oh,
There it is.
That's
Okay.
right. Like Midway Games disappeared, and then MK9 kicked in.
but no, like another great franchise, the Arkham franchise.
Yeah.
Man, let me tell you, I feel like Batman when I played Arkham
I love
Asylum.
the voice acting.
The Arkham Asylum game, that was like one of my first fewer like Batman games I got into. And like you think it's just like one of those any other Batman games that they made 20 other ones, but then you play that one
Yeah.
and you're like, holy shit, this is way different than any other
Yeah,
Batman
the flowing
game.
with the combat that they had was just crazy. Where it was just like you were in a constant flow state where you could just not get hit at all, and you can just parry, you can counter, you can punch this guy, punch that other guy, not killing the person, but essentially breaking their
Traumatized.
neck,
You're breaking the spirit.
So like
putting them to sleep. They're going to sleep.
They're going to sleep permanently.
Oh, but the voice acting was, but it's Kevin Conroy, man.
Yes.
Rest in peace. Like, it's a shame I never got to meet the man, but man, he was Batman.
Yeah.
That man was
100%.
Batman. Too bad they ruined this. I'm so sad that his last role with
Kill the Justice League.
Oh,
My God, that hurt me. I didn't even buy it because I was like, this game is gonna be
They
so
had to change
bad.
the story and everything just so they can save their butt, and it still didn't work.
Yeah, I mean, it's laziness. It's also, I feel like, I don't know, especially in the movie scene and then like in the DC scene, people are just tired of evil Superman. They have been overplaying that concept for such a long time, and that's like one of the major marketing for that game, where you would see all the Justice League and then they would picture Superman as a bad guy that you have to take down, making no sense. But it's a video game, I guess, so you gotta not think too logically. But it's just like, man, what a shame, because that game had potential, but they got greedy. Live service,
Live service for a single player is crazy work.
yeah.
Yeah.
God, man, it's just like, I wish companies would just stay away from it. I understand that they're just trying to make money, right? And they're trying to make as much money as they want. And then they see the mobile gaming industry and they're looking at like, well, these companies are making billions of dollars every day or every year. Why can't we get a taste of that, right? But they're destroying their content, man. They're destroying their passion. They're destroying their developers. And because it goes to like, oh, we didn't make enough money, now we got to fire a bunch of people, And it hurts people's livelihood. Where like these people who are passionate and they want to work for you and they want to make great content for you, but you block them, right? You're like, oh no, don't make this because we want more money.
Yeah. It takes away the freedom that the developers want to have.
Yeah, and it's such a shame.
100%.
But that's what I like. Just to bring it back, I feel like that's where the indie scene is just kind of keeping things alive and kind of burning the AAA studios' butts. Like, hey, look, we have major competitors. I feel like this year, because of Expedition 33, we're gonna get maybe a nice little turning point where companies are gonna look at it and we're like, oh, people still want these well-made games and these well-made stories. They don't want just constant garbage that we're feeding them.
And I also think, we're pretty much segueing into our next topic or whatnot, which is your thoughts on the current state of gaming, and that is that what we saw last year was pretty much a lot of these games that did very well. A lot of them cost under $60.
Yeah.
So it's like now we're going into this year. A lot of people are literally voting with their wallet and be like, listen, I'd rather take a chance with this game that's going to cost $40, $30, $20 versus this $70, $80 game that you say that is quality, that, it has a lot to offer, but knowing the track record of most of these game companies, it's like you guys are trying to monetize and nickel and dime us for every little thing that you want.
They really try
and not give us the experience that we want and cherish. Like, we saw last year that these games that were created with passion, they did not sell it. They were not sold at a high price of $60 or $70. They sold for less than that. So gamers are now waking up to the idea of, unless it's by a company or a game developer or a publisher that people know and respect, like, prime example, From Software, the people behind the Souls games, they know that if they put out a game that's costing about $70, we know we're getting a quality game. We know we're getting hours and hours worth of content. Versus games coming from Ubisoft.
Oh, Ubisoft.
Yes.
What a fall from grace.
Oh yeah. But to the point, we're now waking up to the idea of, we'd rather spend our money and take chances with these games that are going to cost a lot less money, because we're trying to save more of our money, but we also want a really good gaming experience. And these indie developers are giving us that experience that we love and what we love and want.
Oh, well, like, this current state of game, it's so difficult, right? Because there's so much good, but there's also so much ugly.
Yeah.
Right,
Where it's just like, it's so expensive. Like, gaming is an expensive hobby now. And I know you guys were recently talking about this, where it's just like, you guys brought up the prices of RAM and everything. I think it was last week or the week before.
No, I think it was last week.
Last week, where it was just like, man, like, at this point, you're going to have to start renting your consoles, because, or like, finance your consoles and stuff like that, because it's just ridiculous. Where it's like, man, I recently had to go, I was forced to go buy a new computer because I was like, I gotta go buy these pre-builds now, because it's too expensive to go upgrade my computer this year, because I was planning on upgrading my machine, because it's been maybe close to 7 years now, and I'm like, okay, I think it's time for an upgrade. But then I was seeing what everything was happening, and I was like, oh man, like, now I have to go buy a pre-built, because if I wait too long, then I'm not gonna be able to afford it. And it's just like, I feel like companies are going to, yes, do you want to make money? Of course. But if you allow your customers to feel comfortable, to feel welcome and appreciated, they're going to be loyal.
Yeah.
They're going to spend their hard-earned money.
Yeah.
Right? And it's like you were saying, now consumers are voting with their wallets, where, like, Ubisoft, I'm not going to buy your games because you're not giving me the content that I want. It's not worth my $80 now. I'm going to go I'd rather go buy 5 indie games and have the time of my life.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's a shame, because, like, I'm a little scared what's going to happen with the next generation of consoles. Right? Because if these prices for RAM, which is such an integral part for any gaming systems, like, what are you telling me that a PS6 is going to cost $700, $800, $1,000? Right? Where, yes, a hardcore gamer might be willing to do that, but there's a lot of casual gamers who, like, just love the casual aspect. I had a hard day at work. I need to just decompress. I'm gonna go play some games, right? But now you're telling me, do I pay my rent, or do I go buy this luxury that I don't need? Like, it's insane. Like, I know they always say that consoles, they never make money off of it, because they always set it at a loss, right? But I just urge that these companies, I don't know, figure out a way to make sure that you make gaming affordable for your customers. Because if you don't have customers, you don't have a company. You're not going to make the money that you want.
Exactly.
Yep, exactly. Increasing prices doesn't make it any easier.
No, it doesn't. It really doesn't. But it's just like,
shout out to Xbox.
Yep.
Man,
Yeah.
even though they are getting a little greedy too.
They're all getting
Massively greedy.
They're all getting greedy.
With the shift of them raising all their prices and stuff.
They knew from the
Yeah.
start. It's like, all right, from $400, we're going back to $500. Then to $500, we're going to $600. Hold on.
Oh wait,
like,
there's another
screw
price raise. Like now it's $650, and it's like,
They knew already that something was going to happen.
but I mean, one thing I love about Xbox, and I'm super passionate about Microsoft, is they are so accommodating to everyone, reaching out to so many people. Like one of the beautiful things that they do is they're handicapped like controllers and everything, allowing
yeah.
gamers
That's
who,
true.
maybe they can't game like like the rest of us, but they want to try these out, but they innovate. Like that's one thing that I'm always going to applaud to them, because they're trying to bring that love and that passion to as many people as they can. So that's one thing that I'm always gonna tip my hat to. But I feel like they kind of got to take a step back and remind themselves, they essentially work for us as the consumer, because if you don't give us quality or content that we want, we're not going to support your company. And then you're just going to go down the drain, because like now you're raising the prices of your subscription services, where everyone was praising you guys. Everyone was like, oh, Xbox is the affordable way to game. I don't have to spend so much money to play. I can just subscribe to the Xbox Game Pass and have all these hundreds of games to play. But now it's like, oh, now you want the best version of it is $35 a month.
Yep,
And it's
yep.
like, damn, like that's a lot of money for some people.
$10, $15 difference makes a huge difference.
It does. And it was like, it wasn't even like subtle. It wasn't like, it was like, 15, 20, 25. No, I was like, no, here's a new price. Good luck.
No, yeah, it used to be the more economic way.
It was.
Remember the Series S was like the cheapest way to get into the new generation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And once they started jumping up everything, I was like, okay, like everybody got an Xbox because it was the cheapest. Now, what do you have to offer?
What do you have? And like, and their collaboration with the handheld version of
Rogue Ally.
the Rogue Ally being like $600-$700 for a handheld system, and it's like, brothers, like what
Yeah.
are we doing here? Like, it's cool that you're trying to create this product for people who travel a lot, who just love gaming on the go. But like, bro, why am I gonna spend that much money when I can go buy a Steam Deck on my Steam library?
Yeah, they might be sold out again, so you might have to look online for refurbished.
Oh, the Steam Decks are sold out again?
Yep.
Yeah, the older ones.
It doesn't surprise me, because it's a good product.
Yeah,
They
it's
also,
good. It's
they
cheaper.
also sold out of their refurbished products too.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully.
I also think, not to cut y'all off,
no, you're
I
good.
also think it's also due to the fact that they also want to phase out the LED screens and have more people get into the OLED. Like they're trying to phase out the old and then just be like, hey, this is what we're going to continue to sell as a norm from here on out. So if you didn't get an LCD screen, shit out of luck, you're going to get the OLED. Buy the OLED, which is going to cost you a little bit more.
Yeah.
But I mean, hopefully these companies, I know they're gonna get some competition with Steam's new hybrid PC
the
game.
Steam machine.
The Steam machine, the GameCube 2.0.
The GameCube. Correction.
But I mean, I know that it's rumored, because we don't have the finalized price yet. But I know it's like rumored to be like in $1,000.
Yeah, that's what we're
If
hearing.
that's the case, it's dead on arrival.
Nobody's paying for that, bro. They could just buy their own computers.
Buy a PC
Yeah.
at this point for a couple extra $100.
You could buy a pre-built of $1,000.
If you would have told me that
Same
6 months ago, I would say yes. But because of RAM prices,
Yep.
Yeah.
people can't go buy a computer now.
And the RAM, it's it's like a standardized version.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think they're gonna sell it at $1,000. I think Steam or Valve knows they're essentially consumers, and they are also like the juggernauts, but they're also like the pioneers and the front runners, where so many people back Valve because they give us so many great deals, and they're pro consumer. Like, God, I don't know how many games I have in my backlog because of the Steam winter sale or Steam summer sale, where they're just constantly giving you these great deals, right? For the budget gamers, right? Where you don't have to, you don't have to go spend $70 on this brand new game. You wait a few months, it's gonna go on sale for $35 on Steam, right? And you can still enjoy the game.
Yep, that's what I always look forward to.
Now, what's your favorite like console? What would you
Well,
say
we
your
were
favorite
supposed to ask
console?
you that.
We kind of went past that.
We gotta ask
We
you
went
that.
past that. So
Well, I guess if you're gonna
taking over the
ask me,
podcast.
you know, I guess if you ask me, I mean, who wants to go first?
I guess I'll go first.
It's your episode, so we gotta ask
we want to
you
hear
that.
you, and then we'll put our pieces in there. You said Super Nintendo was like your first one,
Yeah.
but your favorite.
Man, I think it has to be the Super Nintendo.
The Super Nintendo?
16-bit graphics, I think, just blew my little kid brain. Like it was just the graphics, the 16-bit style music. The Super Nintendo had like so many classics. Super Mario World, the collections of the old Mario, Super Mario RPG, Star Fox, Legend of Zelda. Let's see, like there's so many games.
So many.
Think about, but it's between that and probably the 360, just because the 360 was my first online console as well, so I have a lot of fond memories with it, like getting Modern Warfare 2 when it came out, going to my first ever midnight release and experiencing that kind of event. Right, where there was just a huge line. I'm like, I thought I was just gonna go in and pick it up. But no, staying up until like 2-3 in the morning on a school night. Sorry, Mom. Like just playing Call of Duty with my friends. Halo. That's when I was introduced to Halo as well. With Halo 3. Halo Reach is one of my favorite games ever. Man, like that game captured me emotionally. With Noble 6, the last mission.
Beautiful.
I know it's a really old game, but just in case, spoiler alert. Where you're in the last mission, and then it's literally the mission is survive, and I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, like they don't tell you anything else. I'm like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about?
And then I remember trying so hard. I'm like, there has to be a way to survive. Like maybe there's like, nope. No matter how hard you try, you're gonna die because it's just the way that they wanted the story to end, which makes sense because essentially, at the time, Master Chief was supposed to be the only Spartan left. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
But the 360, and then my favorite handheld, I would probably have to say is the GBA, the Game Boy Advance.
Game Boy Advance, yeah, that thing is based,
that
bro.
flip, beautiful.
Oh, the SP.
SP?
Oh my God, the SP, the clamshell.
With a nice LED screen.
Yeah,
or like
it was nice and bright because I remember I had the GBA and you would have to buy the little attachment, the little light.
I had both.
Like you would just be in your car, like in your mom's car, and you would just pray that the street lights would come into the segment that you want.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that completely.
Then the backward compatible with the Game Boy Color games.
Dude, yeah. So you could just slap on another one. You're like,
I mean, I was able to play one of my favorite, or it is my favorite Pokemon game, Pokemon Gold. Really? Pokemon Gold. I got to play that so much on my Game Boy Advance SP. I got into that. I think at the time that's probably my first major JRPG I played, Golden Sun. I feel like it's a very underrated game.
Golden Sun, okay.
The sprite work. I'm a sucker for sprite work. I think that's why the Super Nintendo is always going to be one of my favorite consoles. It's just I'm a sucker for sprite work, especially with these new like HD sprites with like Octopath, the new Dragon Quest remakes that they're doing, where like they keep the pixelated art, but it's just like it's so beautiful. Like I feel like we need more games like that.
We definitely do. If you're into fighting games with pixelated art, I recommend 2. Guilty Gear Plus R. I think that's a fun one because that's like the more modern game that's accessible. But if you want the most fluid one I've ever seen, Melty Blood Actress Core, or they call it MBAC for short.
Okay.
That one,
I think I've heard of Melty
that
Blood.
one like looks really cool because like it's sprite work, but there's so much fluidity between all the movements. I recommend that one. Take a look at how that looks. Looks pretty cool.
Is it like an anime fighter? Or
It's an anime
It's an
fighter.
anime
Yeah.
fighter?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Anime fighters are so cool because they're just so flashy. I mean,
Very, very, yeah.
look at the revival of DBZA.
yeah.
I mean, DBZF, sorry. Not a bridge. Think of the YouTube series. But fighters, did you guys see the new mod? With
Yes.
Yumi?
Oh, yeah, with Yugi,
yeah,
yeah.
Yugi.
It's based.
Bro, and the fact that
It's set play too.
yeah, the fact that the modder put in the meme. I don't know if you guys know Yu-Gi-Oh too much, but where he was fighting Weevil, and then Weevil was being a jerk as usual, and then
Oh, I
he
don't know what
played
you-
the magic card, and he goes draw monster card though, and he just defeats him like that. I was been seeing clips everywhere, of people just ending the fight, the last full bar, just using that move, and I'm like, oh my god, this is so good. This is so good.
Again.
I love these mods that they have out here for us.
Man, but that company, my God, I'm blanking out on their name. Arc Systems, right? They know how to make quality fighting games. I'm super excited for their Marvel fighter.
Marvel Tokon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Will we get another trailer? Probably not.
Not for a while. Not for
For
a while.
Capcom, I feel like they're like, hey, what happened to Marvel versus Capcom?
But no, the amount of work that Arc System Works had to do alone just to get Disney to approve of this, or just get a green light, is the funniest thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
This is okay because we'll get Capcom versus SNK 3 because of that.
That's the real shit.
We get to have this.
But I mean, sure. I mean, Disney is a stickler, but I feel like they have the paper trail to be like, look, this is why you should trust us with your IP. Because they don't miss. Guilty Gear, like, I'm terrible at it. I've only played maybe like 5 to 10 hours of it, but man,
You're not
that
missing
game
much.
beautiful.
You're not missing much gameplay. You're good. But why I say this is because they followed Daisuke's vision for 3-4 seasons, and now like, all right, Daisuke's vision's ended. Now we can listen to you guys. Completely insane. That's a completely insane route, and with the new upcoming 2.0 coming out,
Yeah.
it's just going to change the game completely with a lot of requests, complaints, concerns, and such. But with how Disney is now, they cannot mess up a single time. There's no Daisuke's vision this time. It's Walt Disney's. It's it's probably the frozen head that's in the basement, but that's just a conspiracy theory. But that's not important. That's not.
Being
They're
kept
like-
by the mouse.
They're like, whatever movie we release, that character has to be top tier for that whole movie run.
Well, I mean, they kind of have to recuperate because, I mean, when Marvel versus Capcom Infinite, wasn't it ran by Disney at that point? Wasn't Marvel bought by
This
Disney?
was prior,
And I think that's why we didn't get any of the X-Men, right?
Nope. because all under Sony.
Yeah, because I think they didn't have the licensing anymore for it because it was run by Disney. And I think Disney also wanted them to focus on, like, the MCU characters.
Yeah.
But it's a shame because, like, that game had so much potential. I mean, now it got revived back with, with the streamer, blanking on his name. Blonde, he's like really known in the FGC.
Maximilian
blonde
dude.
Maximilian dude. He did they did a revival with Infinite.
Yep.
There's like a modern version
yeah,
of it,
there's
and
a
it's really
mod.
nice. It's really nice. But like, it goes to show that sometimes the gamers are the ones that have to fix. They
the
have to
game.
fix the.
Fix the entire game itself, which is the funniest thing you could do.
I mean, but that's the beautiful thing about modded communities, right? Where like there's so much passion where people revive games, right? Like look at the Fallout series.
Oh,
yeah,
Where
with the show.
Fallout 4, like it didn't do too hot, but it does so much better because people are like, oh, check out these mods. We made the game so much better. Mm-hmm.
All
Right.
it takes is one bad show on Amazon just to motivate. Yeah, I'm joking.
But it's also, I feel like, companies, you have to let your fans do mods. Respectfully, right? As long as they're not selling it, as long as they're not trying to profit
As
off
long as
your
it's not like
IPs,
Skyrim.
Yeah.
right? But like, let gamers, add their taste to it because it's gonna keep the fire going, right? It's gonna make you look good.
Yeah.
And then people want to buy your game more.
Yeah.
With how the state of like gaming is, it can go so many directions, and that's what I found beautiful. Like fighting games, there's always a revival, there's always a downfall, a change or so. With shooters, yeah, I can't say anything nice with High Guard that's coming out. Or Call of Duty.
Oh, that's the
Battlefield.
game that the last review, right? That
Yep.
they did for the Game Awards.
The most
People were
disappointing
pissed.
reveal I think everybody has seen.
Silver's just drinking more water, bro. He's like, I don't need water.
He already
He's like, I gotta drink.
I've already said my piece with that game.
Don't worry, but I can bring it up.
Besides that fumble, like I feel like this year's Game Awards was really well. I
Yeah.
think,
It
I think he
decent.
killed
Yeah.
it. I think he's I think he's doing really, really well with that show. And it's nice too because with the Summer Game Awards, it gives me that taste of E3, man, because I didn't realize how much I miss E3. Like having those big gaming announcements where like people would just be like, oh, I gotta go tune into this live stream because Sony's gonna reveal this, Xbox is gonna reveal this, Nintendo's gonna reveal this.
E3 was the big one.
Yeah, I missed that. I missed that. Like, I wish I would have gotten the chance to go in person because I heard that was also like a really cool experience to go to. But I mean, like, I feel like we still get some of that with the Game Awards and with the Gaming Summerfest that he does in the middle of the year. So that's really, really cool. But man, it's just gaming is just so cool.
There's so many directions.
So many beautiful facets of gaming. That's
I mean, there's a
available
reason why it's
And
the
ugly.
most profitable
Yeah.
entertainment in the world.
It definitely is.
now. Yeah.
Wait, John, I got a serious question.
Okay.
What are your gaming pet peeves? I want to know that. I want to know the shit that just annoys you.
Let's see. Gaming pet peeve.
Because we talked about the beauty and everything gaming. I want to see what you hate.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What you hate?
What do I hate? What do I hate? Is it like between gamers, or are you just talking
In
about like
general.
In general,
Yeah,
There's
it
no,
could
there's
be
no
between
wrong.
Gamers,
It could even be outside.
with companies. it could be
With
the
companies?
games.
microtransactions, man.
Microtransactions?
Like, microtransactions.
They
Like,
never end.
like besides Ubisoft being the fumbling company that it is now, like I remember when they put in microtransactions into a single player Assassin's Creed game with time savers. They're like, oh, you don't need a grind. Like, we're gonna make our game super lengthy, super grindy, but no, just pay us $5 and you can save some time. Give us some money. I
forgot about that.
We're here for you. we're here for you. I mean, like, I feel like that's just destroying the gaming industry, bro. Where they're just trying to milk as much money from gamers.
Yeah.
There's just that. I think another bad taste is just not. What's the right word? Toxicity and competitiveness.
Yeah.
Right, in some locals, it doesn't really happen too often, right? But there's some few bad eggs where where people will just be rude, right? They'll cuss you out. They'll be trash talking. I'm always welcome, a big fan of trash talking, right? As long as it's fun and playful. But the second that people start getting a little too personal, even though they don't know you, you're just like, whoa, like I'm not here to be being punched at IRL. I'm here to have a good time. Like,
Right. There's that fine line.
There's the fine line of where it should be. But besides that, I think that's pretty much it. And maybe I feel like they need to have like innovation again. I feel like we're lacking a little bit on that.
Is it because of like medieval games being made for like the 100th time?
No, it's just more like the same type of game being made, by big companies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I see what you mean.
Yeah, because it's just like
Triple A slop.
it's brain rot. It's brain rot at this point.
Yeah.
Like, look at what happened with Call of Duty. Like the Black Ops, 7?
Yeah.
Where
Is
people
it
6, 7. Yeah.
6, 7.
We're not even.
Add that to my pet peeve.
So glad you never. Why am I doing emotion?
Where it's just like
Anyway.
literally, it became a big meme where the final. I don't know if it was the final boss, but a boss in Call of Duty was just Skibbity Toilet. It was some giant monster.
Yeah. In Black Ops 7.
I was,
That was 7.
confused.
Yeah, because Call of Duty, like they were like, oh, we're so grounded, we're so realistic, and then now you're fighting a giant monster because some guy got injected with some kind of schlop. He got hit with brain rot. It became a monster. Where it's just like, take your time. I remember they said that they were gonna stop doing yearly releases
Yeah.
of Call of Duty, and they did for a bit, but now they're back on the grind of making a new Call of Duty every year, and it's starting to show in a very negative way. Mm-hmm. Where it's just like, take your time, man. Give your developers a breather, and also give your developers a chance to show what they have.
Yeah, and with that, I mean, when it comes to Call of Duty, like when I looked at Call of Duty 2019, Modern Warfare 2019, and they went a more serious route,
Yeah.
I loved it.
Oh, so cool.
I
That was
loved
my
it.
favorite
And
one.
then you went into, I think, what, Vanguard next, or was it Modern Warfare 2? I don't know which one. I don't know the timeline. But after Modern Warfare 2, you start to see the decline. And then Modern Warfare 3, very short campaign, like super short to the point where people were memeing the hell out of it. And then you just started seeing that decline with Call of Duty to the point where it's just like they're trying to be like Fortnite with all these different collaborations coming into the game because people are buying the skins and that's what's making them money. So they're gonna keep doing it because if it makes them money, they're gonna keep doing it. But
the Fortnite syndrome.
yeah. But what they fail to realize is that now you're slowly killing the identity of your actual franchise, of what made it so memorable, what made it so unique. I look at Modern Warfare 2019 as like, this is the last good Call of Duty before everything just went downhill from there.
Right.
And
Before your like storage had to go through like many changes.
Oh
Yeah.
my god!
That was-
Why is Call of Duty
Western
like
games.
200 to 300 gigabytes, bro?
yeah, bro.
For just even quality of life changes that aren't really much. or
Yeah,
new
and they're just not
characters to be
compressing a
stuffed
bunch
into.
of stuff. They're just leaving it all
Oh
like.
wait, the collaborations too. I forgot.
You have the collaborations, and then of course, as you said earlier, the whole storage thing.
Yep.
Where it just takes up so much storage on your console.
At this point, you need a whole separate hard drive just to have Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like insane. Like I gotta go dust out my external hard drive so I can go play my Call of Duty game.
That's just the whole hard drive. That's the Call of Duty.
Yeah, yeah.
Insane.
Then Call of Duty with so many collaborations, ridiculous. From movies, horror icons, anime, actors, celebrities, rappers, music. It's just like,
But, I mean-
what happened to military?
But it's just because they're trying to compete with Fortnite.
Yeah.
Because they're seeing the success. But I mean, Fortnite knows how to do it, and it's a different style of game.
Yeah.
Right. It's more. I don't think cartoony is the right word, but it's just like more open ended.
Yeah.
Right. Where it's not a realistic shooter. It's not based off of realism.
Yeah, and it's a shooter that is not that doesn't have the rated M rating.
Yeah.
yeah,
There's no blood.
T for teen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
so
no E for everyone. I'm sorry.
yeah, so it's like anyone from like a little kid can play it.
Yeah.
Versus a Call of Duty game that's rated M.
Yeah.
that little kid can't play it because
shouldn't
there's
be
gonna be there's gonna be some graphic images in that
Yeah.
game.
Or more like graphic people, like those voices.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Man, but Fortnite is essentially, to me, I call Fortnite the Smash of battle royales because
Yeah.
they have
everybody loves that.
I mean, at this point, they have more guests than Smash. They have anyone and everyone you can think of, man, which is really cool. Sometimes I get a little like, I mean, I understand that it's cool to see your favorite character, but like to me, it makes no sense seeing Superman with an AR, you know? Or seeing an anime character like Ichigo or Naruto, you're getting gunned down by your favorite Naruto character.
Why am I seeing Izuku Midoriya with a Glock?
Yeah.
Or Homer Simpson with a shotgun?
United States of Second Amendment. That's what Deco's doing.
It's real.
But I mean, they're pioneers, right? They're the ones who really popularized the battle royale system, and they're doing a really good job of like innovating in it.
Yeah.
Right? They're making it feel fresh. They're constantly changing the map. They're updating it. Like that's how you do a live service game.
Yeah.
I
Like-
agree. I agree.
Like it's free. That's the other beautiful thing about it. You never have to spend a dime.
Wait, John, I'm gonna wake up something within you. $500 faker skin.
Oh, no. My God.
I had to bring it back. I'm like, I remember something
Oh
specific.
my God, man. When I saw that, it was like, no, Riot, please. And don't get me wrong. The skin is so sick. But am I going to pay? I go, console? A skin for a game, you know?
You know? That's what we have to ask ourselves
All
now.
these video games, one skin for your game, right? Like, it's just insane. Like, but they're starting to do that a little bit more, and I don't like it. And they're starting to, one thing Riot is they're starting to do, which I don't like. They're trying to do the gotcha system now.
Yep. Oh,
Like,
gambling?
Yeah, there's gambling in it now. Like, you can gamble to get this specific Jinx skin from Arcane, and it's not guaranteed. It's only guaranteed if you spend a certain amount of money,
That's
which is
horrible.
the gotcha mechanic, right? Where you can spend $10, maybe get lucky and pull it, or you have to spend at the most. I think it's like $200 or $250.
Oh, so after $200, it's out of pity.
Yeah, but it's unfortunate. Riot has been doing that. Like I feel like what really popularized that was Valorant, where you were getting you were paying $100 gun bundles, right? You were paying $100 for 4 to 5 skins. It was a knife, 3 to 4 guns, and then you just still have to unlock all the little special effects for the
CS:GO.
guns. Yeah, no, it's worse than CS:GO.
Okay, fair point.
Price wise, like it's worse than CS:GO because like I said, you would have to and the skins are cool. Like the quality is really nice. It's not like they're charging you $100 and they just gave you blue.
Right, yeah.
Right? So yes to that, but make it $10. People, you were gonna make way more money if you make it $10.
Yeah,
right? And
I agree.
But it's because of the loot boxes. That's what really started this fire.
Oh yeah, like Overwatch.
Yeah, Overwatch was a
loot boxes.
pioneer to that. And then I remember I'm so happy they got so much backlash, but Star Wars Battlefront 2. Remember?
Yes, I remember that.
$50 for a Chewbacca skin.
Yeah, where
Not
it was
happening.
like, oh, you want to make any progression? It's in your loot box. Good luck. And it's like, whoa. Where that's like one of the vivid times where I remember where people got really angry. Companies saw it and they took it out, right? Because people were like, what are you doing? Like, this is not okay.
They were so pissed.
The last time that DICE was actually responsive to its community.
I mean, they were able to kind of save the game because the game is still played to this day,
still a
and people
playable
love that game. But I mean, it was a very shaky start because once again, it's these microtransactions where companies are like, how can we get the most money, right? And I feel like. You know what? Another pet peeve: mobile games. I'm sorry if anyone loves mobile games. Like, hey, if that's your way of gaming, cool, that's fine. But just keep it away from my console game. Please, keep it away from my console gamings, where it's just now companies want to give you ads in the middle of your games.
No,
what the heck is that? Like,
yeah.
I already paid you $60, $70. What do you mean you're going to give me an advertisement?
Ubisoft did that a while back. Last time I remembered.
Yeah, that UFC tried to do that too. The UFC fighting games were they had real life commercial breaks.
Which
where
is
it's like,
funny.
oh, this is brought to you by Slim Jim. What do you mean this is brought to me by
My game?
my game? I paid you $60. You're gonna advertise to me? There are some cool mobile games. I've played a couple of them. But it's just it's just too gambling. There's just too much. It's very predatory.
Oh yeah.
It's very predatory.
AFK games, gotchas.
Yeah, it's just it's gambling, but you don't earn anything physically.
Nope.
Right? Where you're just gambling for these little shiny products. And I feel like they use the same, tactics that casinos do. Right? Where you hit something and then it hits your brain and you're you get that level of dopamine where you're like, oh my God, I gotta pull out my wallet again and I gotta go spend more. I want that feeling again. And it sucks. Right, because instead of putting all that effort into a quality game, now you're putting all that effort of I feel like the biggest people who do this the worst are the sports games, like Madden, 2K, FIFA, where at one point these games, if you love sporting games, these were the games to play. I remember maybe pre-2010s where those games. Man, you wanted to play a Madden game, you would play Madden 09, Madden 10, and you would have such a great time. But now it's just oh, we're going to repeat, and we're just going to use the same assets as last year. We're going to get caught using the same assets as last year. We're not going to care, and we're just going to, sell you these shark cards where essentially you can get the player that you want. And you're gonna gamble for these players, and you're not guaranteed to get these players, right? and then just give us the most money that you can get.
The
Just
loop
give us,
does not-
yeah. It's just you're literally it's different when you're playing a TCG, right? Where you physically have the cards, right? You can you own it. Even if the game crashes and it's not worth nothing, at least you have something physical.
You have assets,
right? But with Madden, right? Madden 26 comes out. That means Madden 25 is obsolete. Now, all that money that you spent, it's not like it transferred. If it transferred over, cool, whatever.
Yeah.
At least you got your money's worth. But there's people that spend hundreds of dollars, right? And then as soon as the next game comes out, all that money is literally just thrown to the trash.
Like 2K.
That's how I feel about Call of Duty and their skins and their yearly releases. I'm like, if I buy a skin, it's obsolete in a year.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's just insane.
Very insane.
I gotta ask before we close on out, and this is gonna be the last question I'm gonna ask. I don't think that I included this in the topics, but this is something I'm going to include in the topics for all of our future guests. What is the one thing you can leave with other gamers when it comes to your experience as gaming? Like, how did it mean to you to, go on this journey as a gamer and still continuing this journey as a gamer? Like, what is the one thing that you would leave to other gamers that you would want them to know?
Try out different type of games. You will never know what you'll find. It's like I said, I wasn't originally always an RPG person. The most I really played was like Pokemon and Final Fantasy, right? The two of the big major ones, right? But then that's how I discovered Undertale, because my best friend was like, "Oh, look, come try this game out. Like, try different things. Don't stay in your bubble, because you'll discover other things that you're gonna love and you're gonna enjoy. Where these games just stick with you." Right? They can change you. They can motivate you. It's just amazing. It really is amazing. Like, if you want content where you're going to really feel like your time was worth the investment, video games, because it's that interactive content. Because you're the one, essentially, yes, most games are linear, but you're the one in control. Right? You're the one who's leading the version of the game or the story, right? Content. It's just like these story-based games where you'll have, like The Last of Us before the show. Let me tell you, The Last of Us was probably one of my favorite pieces of media ever. Like, that game made me cry in the first 30 minutes.
Dang.
Yep.
In the first 30 minutes. I mean, spoiler alert, just in case, it is at this point a 13-year-old game because it came out in 2013.
Yeah.
But it's just like you're running down, you're trying to escape as Joel, you're holding your daughter in his hands because she got injured in a car accident. All these zombies are chasing you, so it's super chaotic and everything, right? And this is the first 30 minutes, so you don't know these characters at all, right? Then boom, you fall down. He gets stopped by a military man. The military man calls it in, and then he has an order to kill them, right? And then he shoots them down. Joel's brother saves them, and then Joel doesn't have a bullet, and then you just hear his daughter, and she's crying, and then the amount of acting that Troy Baker, like, I got to meet him and I thanked him, and I was like, man, the performance you provided to this really, really made an impact in my life. Where it was like the amount of passion that he put into this acting, where I was like, man, I felt like he was really losing his little girl, and I cried. It wasn't like, oh, a manly tear. No. I cried. I was like, wow, and that just sucked me in. At that moment, I was like, you got me, Naughty Dog. I'm in. Whatever you're putting out, I'm in.
Yeah.
So it's just like, try out these different things. You might not discover. You discover something different that you might like. Just try. There's so much. People who are saying, "Oh, gaming's not for me." There's a game for everyone. There really is. There's so many genres. Just give it a try, and you won't regret it.
All right, man. That is well said.
Well said.
John, I appreciate you for being on the podcast.
Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure.
Yeah, it was great to have you on. You also got quite an audience of people in the chat.
Yep.
So
Yeah, dude, you got fans, John.
Oh wow!
oh yeah, you got.
I've been reading this the whole time.
So yeah, you got some people in the chat. Some big fans of yours.
Oh, hey, shout out to all the fans. Well, it was a pleasure. I love the work that you guys have here, the passion, the opportunity to give people in South Florida who just love games a platform to talk. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Keep going. Hopefully I can come back. Hopefully.
Hell yeah.
We're always open on Thursdays.
Oh, sure. Hey, let me know. I'll come.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm passionate, so you might have to shut me up sometimes. Like, John, let us talk.
Who cares?
Sorry.
Butter Punch, Waluigi. Any closing thoughts?
Johnny, thank you so much for joining us. Happy that you guys actually applied and that your wife actually pushed you for this.
She did. Oh yeah. That's so. Luigi invited me. Right. He told me about it, and it's something that I've always wanted to try. I wanted to give doing a podcast to try, but I'm very camera shy, right?
Right.
Doesn't look like it.
Well, you guys just make it feel that comfortable, right?
Yeah.
Because it's just a conversation.
Yeah.
I legitimately forgot that there was a camera. I just got past it. But he invited me, and this was like 2 weeks ago, where I finally pulled up the application and I filled it out. And I got really nervous, like legitimately, I got really, really nervous, where my hands got like a little shaky. And I messaged my wife, and I'm like, I need you to help me out. She's like, oh, what happened? I said, oh, I'm gonna apply to AJ's podcast, but I'm so nervous, I can't hit the submit button. And she's like, look, just go. You're gonna have a great time. Just hit the submit button. What's the worst that's gonna happen? Like you just go, give it a try. And thanks to that, thanks for the invite. And then it's just like I got to do it. I'm happy that I can say that I got to do it.
Likewise. We're happy you got the courage to come out here and you're here with us.
Yeah,
It's a good
I learned
time.
more about you than I expected today. That's one thing for sure.
Butters, any closing thoughts?
Just to hop off of your same point, try new games. There's always something out there for you. And yeah, just keep gaming.
Absolutely. Well, y'all, with that being said, thank y'all so much for watching and tuning in. And of course, if you're in South Florida and you want to be on the South Florida Gamers podcast, go to our Instagram, which is South Florida Gamers Podcast on Instagram, and tap that link in the bio, and that'll get you onto the podcast.
Hell
you
yeah.
fill out the application, and we'll get right to you and book you a date to come onto the podcast.
Do it. It's definitely worth it. I will say it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
And with that being said, this is episode 165 of the South Florida Gamers Podcast. We are signing off.
Later, guys.